Hi there, Greg Hessel, ReGeneration Resources, and today I want to give you a tip for starting difficult conversations without starting fights. Many people that I work with avoid difficult conversations because they don't want to make it worse. And they're afraid that if they get started, they'll actually start a fight and it'll get worse and it'll negatively impact the relationship. And of course, in the short term, it's easier to avoid having a difficult conversation, but in the long term, it usually festers and makes things worse. So the biggest mistake that people make in difficult conversations is they want to talk about the past. They want to talk about what happened. And we think that if the other person could just understand what happened, if they could understand the facts, that they would have an enlightenment and that they would see it from our perspective and that everything would be fine. And of course, we all know in reality that rarely happens because there's my facts and your facts. There's different perspectives in any difficult conversation. And we know from attorneys that they can argue for years about facts that seem indisputable to us. So the facts are not as simple or clear-cut as we think. And the other problem with talking about what happened too much, with talking about the facts, is that the facts are always about the past, whereas solutions are always about the future. So in my conflict management work, obviously you need to know a little bit about the context and the past and how people got there and different perspectives. But if you spend too much time talking about the past, people will get triggered, they'll feel blamed, and communication will break down. So the key is focusing on solutions and the world you want to build, the reality you want to build in the future, as opposed to how you got there. So one tool that helps people do that is the CPR approach. The C is for content. It's focusing on facts. It's where most of us spend most of our time, but it also contributes to us being unsuccessful frequently. The P is for patterns. Frequently, the facts are indicative of a larger issue, a pattern, something that's been going on over time. And it's not really about this one incident. It's about these series of incidents. So framing the issue as a pattern, as opposed to a set of facts or the specific content or one incident, can be helpful. It broadens the frame and it's more likely to get to the root of the real issue. An even deeper way of intervening or thinking about framing the issue is around the relationship. What's the impact of the issue or the impact of the pattern on the relationship? And that communicates the importance of the relationship. It communicates an intention on improving the relationship. And so, questions like, what's going on? Are you okay? What am I missing here? Can I help? Are all questions that focus on the relationship as opposed to a set of facts. So in order to start a difficult conversation without starting a fight, try to focus on the future as opposed to the past, and think of the CPR approach as a way to frame the issue around some of the bigger issues. I hope this is useful. I'll have another tip real soon. Thanks.